Anyway, so a little bit of a short story that yes, the people in fourth place is Harold, Duncan, and Lindsay, and Sally and Sierra both got fourth place, which they got fourth. Fifth place was known to be No Fear Savages. That was Alejandro, Sadie, Adam, and Bridget. And finally, for last, is Gwen, Owen, Izzy, Tyler, and Heather, or dead last. So, as in for everybody, that yes, all of them got to the baby, took state that takes their baby carriages and goes down to the fireman's pole and goes onto the boat of the color that they're picking, which most likely from blue all the way to orange, that most of the teams are in for the colors of their boats. But so far, as in for that, most of them try to get into the sewers, which they did and avoided some crocodiles, and for more likely. Anyways, will any of them make it out of here alive? And find out who's going to win here on Total Drama World Tour Simulator after the break. And then everyone else got to the side of the water, up in the docks. Hey, Chris, just so you know that I parked the plane somewhere, so it won't be taken away. Nice work, Chef. And I don't think it will be taken away. Like if it ever does, then where are everyone else have to go? Good question, Chris. Good question. Anyways, so as in for everybody else, that you guys will have to make it through the park and then head to the pond and to get the six big apples that are in the pond and use your mouths and no hands and then put it inside the carriages and make it to the finish line. So go ahead and sing. That most of you guys are at the paths, and most of you will sing, and some other people will sing that will be is 10 only. The ones that will sing is Justin and Katie and Sally and Harold and Jeff and Star and Courtney and Danny and Adam and of course Bridget. And as in for the last place team that won't sing is Noah and Gothlistic Girl and Goth Boy, and of course, for most likely that all of them were still going to continue to sing, and some others down on the screen if they even need to sing. And it will shows as for the people that will go to the paths. So blue will go for the shortest path, yellow will go for the side of the middle, and then for left on the longest path that will be is gray and pink. That will take left. And also for the ones who are fork right, exactly that would be as red and orange. So that would take the right side of the path. And anyways, the song gets to start. And of course, that once again, the song that started, Courtney gets to sing. And so far as for the rest of everybody else that they were singing. And so far, look at that. Courtney is definitely singing so lightly. And then Adam was also singing too, and so did Sally and Jeff. And of course, that was also doing was also dance breaking exactly for a dance break. And then of course that once again that most of them were all singing that they're near getting to the park. And so far everyone was singing as well. What's not to love? What's not to love? What's not to love about New York? Dang, and so far that everybody had made it to the park and the song had ended. Which of course Duncan only seen a little bit from likely from a little, and Silver didn't sing the end of the part as well, but whatever. But anyways, as in for everybody else, and as in for everyone that made it at the same time. And meanwhile, that they were at the pond and got six big apples that is put inside the carriages and went to the finish line. So the winners are for the New York Challenge is Team Victory. That is Courtney, Danny, Gothboy, and Beth and DJ wins for first place and gets to be enjoying more in first class. Well done. Very well done for first class. So anyways, Team Yellow, you guys get to keep pretty much what likely for first class until the next episode. And as in for No Fear Savages, Alejandro, Sadie, Adam, and Bridget gets to also stay in for first class along with Team Victory, which means that they're safe as well. And then for that yes, they get the 6 apples, while pretty much Team the Nancy Drew Catchers gets to be in third place. That was known to be is Katie and Justin and Trent and Josh that will head to the Chris McLean movie theater set. And then for Orange, that is Team the Squad of the Professionals. That is Gwen and, of course, Owen and Tyler and Izzy. And then Heather is now in fourth place and will get to tag along for the Nancy Drew Catchers in the Chris McLean movie theater set. And as in finally, Team Amazon and then Team Chris is really, really, really hot. That both of them are in fifth and sixth place, which means they're going to be definitely out. And yes, the only team I'm referring to is Team Chris is really, really, really hot. That gets to definitely take the pretty much the elimination this time. And so far, that Team Pink that will have to get their pink chairs and watch as they're going to watch their other teams fail, and will also get to take the big dive of shame, which known likely again that the only ones who are definitely taking the big shame is wants to be is Star, Jeff, Noah, and Gothlistic Girl. That one of the four are definitely going to have to vote someone out in sixth place and will get to be back of the playing with Team Amazon. Plus, you guys are out of the game and is going home right now. And one person will go home and takes the fall, and plus Duncan, you will get to come with me for the ride home. As you said, let's go. And just to let you all know that there is a reward for you guys to enjoy by the 6 apples to open up. So let's do this. Well, of course, that Team Victory gets to only eat at the 6 big apples. Anyways, meanwhile, with Duncan and Gwen, I want to say is that, well, is that even if I'm still in or out, then I'll love you and Courtney. Just for you, Gwen. And then so far, as in for that, Gwen was feeling pretty bit interested a little bit from Duncan so far, even though things got to be a bit interesting. You're welcome, Gwen. So yeah, that would be nice. And did a great job with your team, since mine, well, it's kind of a pain in my butt. And even if I do or won't come back, then I'll just switch teams anyways. Because pink is just weird for me. Ah. And then pretty much as for Gwen, she doesn't blame him for the exact reason. So yeah. Same to you. See you later. And as in for Duncan, he went to go ahead at the drop of shame, since pretty much most of his team, that was Team Amazon, are sitting in the pink chairs. Well, once again, pretty much so.